So I want to take you through my best and most complete explanation of the ENTIFY project that I'm working on. And it's an incredible project. I mean, it's too hard to believe, but this has got the potential to change everything. This would disrupt the whole crypto space. It would disrupt the financial system. It would disrupt the communications networks, because we will be offering an alternative communication, free calls, free internet. Who wouldn't want that? It's a big deal, and we're offering absolute total security and privacy. Guaranteed. Nobody's offering this. So let me take you through this slideshow that I've been working on for my presentations about this. So I'll put the slides up on the screen. So here's the first slide. ENTIFY Freedom Technology, a private decentralized ecosystem with offline access card. That's the big deal, offline access card. That's the thing that will give us total and perfect privacy and security. No one else has got this. It's very clever. And really what this is a new paradigm for communication, security and sovereignty. Independence. It is true freedom. It's not a system of control, it's a system of independence. Now the next slide. See, the challenge of centralized systems. Centralized systems, the whole world is centralized systems. They now monitor, manage and monetize us. And soon it's going to be these digital IDs and CBDCs, central bank digital currency. But these are totally insecure and of course open to corruption and error, including AI error. They're easily hackable. They're not very good. Besides all the dystopian problems, they're just not very good technology. So privacy is gone, and one switch can silence entire networks. Even the internet can be shut down quite easily. And of course, fiat collapses and crypto remains unstable. Everything is just a stock market now, fiat currency, and it's always devaluing. The whole thing is broken. So next slide. What we have, or what we're offering in ENTIFY, is watertight protection. Watertight is complete, is perfect. It's protection of privacy, ownership, and value of all assets. I mean, maintaining the value of your assets against the fiat collapse and digital globalization. So fiat currency, remember, is always devaluing, and it's going to collapse completely. How do we protect our ownership and value of our assets? This is the way we can do it. So let's move on. ENTIFY. Now, ENTIFY is the operating system for a free world. You think of it like this, a new operating system for a free world. Very simple, very easy, very transparent. It's a parallel ecosystem where control returns to the individual. We'll run it in parallel. We have to have it at the same time. We're living in the world, we're going to get this globalization, but on the side we can build up ENTIFY, and we can move our assets across into ENTIFY. That will be our backup for the future. In time, ENTIFY will grow and maybe it will take over. We shall see. So let's move on. Really, this is the perfect solution. And I mean perfect. It's hard to understand, but this is technological and mathematical. It's worked out really with mathematics. Mathematics is perfect. So it will be private and secure, totally, fully decentralized. Again, this is new. No blockchain has really achieved this, but we can. Infinitely scalable. Again, no one has achieved this, but we can. Impossible to shut down. Again, this is the holy grail, but our network, we cannot close it down, shut it down. Nothing will stop it. Unstoppable. So ENTIFY, you could say, is the blueprint for digital independence. And you will see also physical independence. Let's move on. The 3 pillars. This is built on technology, And these three pillars are the foundation. We have the unstoppable network, we have the unhackable key, and we have the proofless blockchain. Together they form the unbreakable foundation of the ENTIFY world. These are three technological breakthroughs. Only we have got these, and I'm going to go through them step by step. So let's move on. The unstoppable network. This is communication without control, a military-grade radio mesh network. It connects users directly phone to phone, no reliance on state interference or corporate interference. It is totally decentralized. Phone to phone is like walkie-talkies. It's a radio mesh, two-way radio, and all the phones or all the routers, we will also have routers for your computer, they will all link up into this network. So it's built upon the phones and the routers. The only way to shut it down is you have to declare them illegal and then go around and confiscate every single phone, every single router. And once we got a lot out there, 1 million out there, you cannot shut it down. This will be unstoppable. So let's move on. The unhackable key. Now this is the real special thing. This is the power of our development. This is offline security, online power. The ENTIFY NFT card. This keeps your private key offline. You touch to connect. You have to touch the card to your phone or to your computer to activate the private key. It's the only way. It's the way into the network. It's literally a key that you hold in your hand. But what is it a key to? It accesses your NFT, a particular individual digital item on a blockchain, an NFT, non-fungible token. But the only way to get it is with this offline access card. The private key is on the card, and quite literally the card will generate the private key. So it's never on the network, it's only on the card. And the cryptography we are using is post-quantum, highest level cryptography possible so far. Even a quantum computer could not hack it. So you need this key to access the NFT on the blockchain, but that NFT will be yours, only you can get to it. And on that NFT, you can have your identity, and that can be your crypto wallet. There you can store your digital assets, but you will see also your physical assets. We'll come to that in a moment. But this is essentially the new technology, an ability to have this offline card, a little microchip in the card, an NFC chip, which is like a credit card, you touch it to activate it, but that is the key to the blockchain, the key to the network. Even the communications network, you need this key. So let's move on. Once you've got this key, like I said, this will be your identity, this will be proof of life. And this is trust restored to the digital world. Every user is a real individual, because every user of the network has to have a card, this key. It proves you are real. You are a real living individual. You have to hold the card and touch it. It guarantees this. It means there can be no bots, no fake accounts, no scams. Cannot create an artificial fake account. Every account must have this key. This key must be operated by a real user. Now we have mathematical proof of authenticity. And if we put on this card, the NFT card, our proof of life, a lawful document, again we can create this, a document that will stand up in law anywhere, that proves you are alive, a real living being. Again, there's a lot to this, why we need this. But now we have a real identity, a perfect authentication, far better than the digital IDs they are creating for us. Those are not really an identity. They're not proof of anything. They actually don't even hold up in law when you examine them. They're very insecure and they're virtually useless. They're just a tool of control. What we will create is a true lawful document, held on an NFT that you control. And the very fact that you can control it proves you are alive, which also validates the document. There's a lot we can do with this. But let's move on. Proof of life allows us now to create the proofless blockchain. So this is the third pillar. Because we've got trust now, this is a breakthrough in trust. With proof of life, trust is built in. It's built into the ecosystem. We all have got a card. We create it. It's got a lawful document, our signature on it. Our name is on this card. So we can trust every user. So that means for a blockchain, we don't need any proof of work or proof of stake. See, blockchain has got to create this artificial trust. Like Bitcoin, it's got proof of work. It's a lot of computing power. And you have mining. All these different things are additional computations that have to be done to create trust in the network. Well, we don't need any of it because we've got the card. Trust is already there. And we will have zero fees. Free. No fees on the blockchain. Again, that's just another additional calculation that we don't need. We have a different financial system. I'm coming to that. But proofless blockchain is a major breakthrough. This solves some of the biggest problems that blockchain has not yet solved. An ENTIFY blockchain will change the crypto space. This could quite easily become the market leader. Change the world in time. But this is down the line. We have to build this blockchain. We have to code it from scratch. We have not done this yet. Okay, let's move on. Now, with all of this, we have the NFT card. This also allows us to create these unstealable assets. Digital meets physical. We can attach these ENTIFY tags to any asset. You see, the NFT card is essentially a digital tag. We hold it. It's not tagging us, we control it. It's our card. We have to, sign it. We create it and hold it. But anything, an asset, we can attach the same thing, this little microchip to it, a digital tag. Now it is linked to the blockchain. It quite literally becomes a physical NFT. It's cryptographically connected to the blockchain. It is perfect authentication. And now ownership is absolute. We can prove ownership of anything. For example, a car. If you had the NFT tag built into the car, the electronics of the car, it means that car becomes an NFT. And only the owner of the NFT would be able to access it. They would need their smartphone or their card, NFT card. That will open the car and allow you to drive the car because you are the owner of the NFT. And there's no way to trick this. You cannot hack this system. It's a two-way communication. The car will ask you, are you my owner? Please provide the private key. You have the private key, you then provide it. That signal is sent back, but close range. You have to touch it to the car. So even if someone could hack the signal, they could not break the private key. They could not clone the private key because it must come from that particular card. Remember, the system is watertight. It will be impossible to steal cars anymore. And when you come to sell it, you have to transfer ownership. I have to scan the car with my phone, then the new owner must scan the car with their phone to confirm the receipt. The actual physical item has transferred ownership. This is watertight, unstealable assets. And again, with things like gold or anything, artwork, you can make it tamper-proof, but there's more layers to this that again make it watertight. The very fact that it's in the system proves it. Because if you were to steal the asset and you know this asset only exists in ENTIFY, there's no way of buying or selling it. For example, the car. If the car was an ENTIFY car, the ENTI car, now we know the only way we can buy and sell it is with ENT tokens, ENTIFY tokens. So if I steal it, I can't sell it for gold, I can't sell it for cash, because it only works on the ENTIFY network. So there's no point stealing it. If you steal it, you cannot sell it again within the ENTIFY network, because everyone knows who stole it. There's no way. Watertight security. So let's move on. Because of this, we can create the real stable coin. We can digitally tag gold, a lump of gold, a verified lump of gold. We can attach a digital tag. Now it becomes an NFT on the blockchain, and we know whose gold that is. And we can make this tamper-proof, so the gold is sealed in this block. Because of course, gold, you could steal it and sell it, melt it down, do something else with it. But if you could maintain the gold in the ENTIFY network, for example, in a vault, but everyone knows that is my block of gold, we have ownership trail of the physical asset. We could also create money, a token. See, a block of gold could be used to create a certain number of tokens. And it would work like this. 1 token is equal to 1 gram of physical gold. So we're not pegging the token to the value of gold in fiat currency. We're pegging the token to a quantity of physical gold, and we can now do this because the gold is tagged and locked into the blockchain. This will give us true stability, true sovereignty, and a totally fair financial system. And once we can do it with gold, that will be the stable coin. The token is backed by gold, so that value never changes. But all other assets, of course, the value will change relative to gold. So you could do your house, but essentially you'll be able to, remortgage your house within the blockchain. You will be able to create a certain number of tokens backed by your house. But your house is yours. You cannot sell the house now. You have to hold on to it unless the tokens are returned. So you create money, you can spend the money within the system, but it's connected to the real asset, the house. It means everyone using the money knows it, they trust it, because that money has come from real assets, and those assets are tagged and locked into the blockchain ecosystem. ENTIFY world. It's a real deal. This will change everything. And this ultimately gives us a zero fraud ecosystem. This is the end of crime. This is the holy grail. People want this. They've been trying to do this. Only ENTIFY can do this because of this simple offline access card. It's new technology. It means there will be no bots, no hackers, no fake identities. Impossible to steal your identity. It would change the whole crypto space. Online security would be perfect. You don't even need passwords. You touch your card. You still need a passcode to your card. Additional 2-factor authentication. A physical card and of course a passcode. You still need one, but so much simpler. We could have a new law, a new system of law literally written in mathematics. It's run through the blockchain. Your card is a signature. When you tap your card, you are signing something. That's a contract. That's law. But we can build it up perfectly open sourced, decentralized, fair and free. The law would be free. It's operated by the ecosystem. The blockchain, there's no money for this. So it would be self-governing, self-healing and unstoppable. All complaints, for example, would be issued to the blockchain, but the blockchain would allocate a jury. People would look into it, then they would cast their vote. Again, this is run by real living men and women. It's not run by an algorithm. Well, the algorithm is the arbitrator, but what I mean is not AI making decisions. We make the decisions, but the blockchain just fulfills those decisions for us perfectly. We control the blockchain. It does not do anything. It's just a ledger. It just keeps track of what we are doing. We, the physical beings, have to do it. So let's move on. The rollout. This is what we're going to do. 3 stages. First of all, we're going to release the ENTIFY app. Coming soon, hopefully next year. This is just a private decentralized chat network, like WhatsApp, like Telegram, but better. This would be the best, most secure, private, decentralized chat so far. And it'll be free, we can all download it, and this will unite all the sovereign movements around the world, because we can download this app for free and all start networking, share knowledge, get moving. We need to unite. You see, the globalists are united in their purpose. The freedom fighters, we're all fragmented. Let's download the ENTIFY app. We build it private, decentralized. It's still not the complete system, but it's the best start we've got. So that's the first thing. Second thing, a bit later, we will release the NFT card. So now this will bring more security to the network. It will be an offline crypto wallet, a hardware wallet. So the most secure wallet so far is offline on a card, so you can keep your crypto assets on there. And of course, your identity will be on the card. You can create your NFT and it will be on this card. And the card now will help you will allow you to access the network. There will be a next level of security applied to the ENTIFY app, decentralized chat. So that's the next level. Then finally, we're going to release the ENTIPhone. This will be our own hardware for the true digital sovereignty. It will be a smartphone with this radio mesh capability. So we will have free calls, free communication, free internet. We can build an internet on this because we will also have routers connecting our computers together. Now, in time, we will also build our own computers, everything. So we're building up a whole new network, a whole new internet communication system that is free and decentralized. Now, later on down the line, we will create our own blockchain, the ENTIFY blockchain. That has to come later. Until then, we will use an existing blockchain. We've got to choose one. We're still looking into it, but that's a bit later on. So first of all, next thing, but we do have something immediately available. So let's have a look. This is, this is the ENTIPhone. It's not quite the ENTIPhone yet, but this is an image of the Volaphone. So there's a company we're working with, Volaphone. They already created, I think, the very best privacy phone in the world. So it's like the functionality of an iPhone, but it's completely private. There are no backdoors, no data harvesting. It's designed and built all in Germany. They built the operating system from the ground up. They've got one in Linux and one in Android, but their own Android. So they have their own apps on there as well. You can keep this completely decentralized. There's a decentralized app store, or you can download, existing apps if you want. Now, this is still a SIM card, so I'm researching a privacy SIM card, but this phone is available now. You can buy this. If you go to ENTIFY World website, you'll see it, and you can get 5% discount. But these are the guys that are going to build the ENTIPhone for us. And when we get the ENTIPhone, that will be our gateway to the network. Total privacy smartphone, and it will have the radio mesh connectivity. So now we will have free calls, totally independent. We don't need a SIM card. We literally can just talk to each other like that as the network builds up. But it takes time. The network has to spread. It's got limited space. So the more phones we have, the bigger the network. So initially we will have a hybrid phone, so you can still have a SIM card. It means you can talk through the radio mesh, but also jump onto the existing network if you need to bridge a further distance, for example. But still, it will be free from backdoors, no data harvesting, the best privacy phone in the world when we get it going. Okay, next slide. Let's see. And again, these are the projects we're working with. This is a logo here for the New Earth Tribe Hubs. I'll come to that in a minute. But look, this is about me. So I'm Toby Jacobs, the founder. I'm the sort of visionary. I saw how this whole thing could come together. I'm a physicist, an artist, a martial artist, and a freedom advocate. But if you watch this channel, you'll know all about that. And Nicholas Quinn, he's the inventor, the real genius behind this. This is his technology. He's designed and invented the NFT card, and he's invented this military-grade radio mesh network. So he's the expert in secure systems and decentralized networks. And the 4 main projects we've got at the moment working with, so these are our partner projects. We've got the Sovereign project. Again, these are our #1 project. They know all about the law and how we can really find a lawful way out of the system. So they're essentially our lawful and legal team. Then we've got the Living Nation, another freedom movement in Sweden, and we're working closely together with them to build an infrastructure, a method that we can actually do business in the world. Liberland is interesting. They're like a micronation. A republic. They built what they call the freest government in the world, a libertarian government. So still not what I would call total freedom, but the best government system that we could possibly have. And they would need ENTIFY that will give communications for their whole country. They've got a little country next to Croatia. And if they adopt the ENTIFY system, it would be perfectly safe, secure. They could have no corruption. So it would be a government, but an honest government. So Liberland is a big one. And then New Earth Tribe Hubs, that's what this image is. These guys have got land in South America and are looking around the world to build new communities. You know, sustainable, beautiful, natural environment, houses in the forest, in the jungle, in nature, growing crops, self-sustainable. And again, they'll have communication. You can have private communication for free in your little communities. That you're in nature. You don't need any infrastructure. And ENTIFY would also link us across the world. Ultimately, we could have international communication on the radio mesh. We would just need methods to link. We could have high altitude balloons or satellites, anything we could have in time. So this is a big deal. And then finally, let's go, final slide. ENTIFY.world is the website. So do check out the website. I go through it in more detail, and there's a lot more videos coming about ENTIFY. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this little slideshow made sense. So thank you so much again. Please do leave me any questions or comments, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.